Good evening from the Eyewitness News Weather Center. I'm Meteorologist Lee Goldberg. Want to keep you posted on how this storm is all evolving, and everything pretty much behaved and following the script that we talked about with this storm. It was just outside, actually, and the snow is getting steadier in New York City, sticking to car tops, not to roadways just yet because we were at 37 last hour, but our temperature just dropped 3 degrees, and now we're down to 34. So, as predicted, we're getting into the brunt of the storm here in the 9 o'clock hour, which will take us probably through about 3 a.m. There will be one more lull around midnight that I'll show you on our future cast, but everything's sort of playing out as expected right now because we're getting periods of heavy snow, rain, and some sleet as well, and I think the heaviest will go through 3 a.m., maybe make it 4 a.m. north and east, and then really tapering toward dawn to lighter precipitation, but still hazardous road conditions, especially north and west into the morning commute. See no reason to step away from our snowfall forecast, where there'll be a range across New York City from, let's say, a coating across southern parts of Staten Island and parts of Brooklyn, even parts of southern Queens, and then that could range up to 4 inches in parts of the Bronx where roads are more likely to get slushy and slick. In the nearby northwest suburbs, about 3 to 6 inches, and then once you get well north and west, get a little bit more elevation, about 500 feet. Now we're talking about 6 to 10 inches of snow. I expect mostly wet roadways across New York City south and east. Now, as this thump of snow comes in over the next couple of hours, that's not to say that it couldn't get briefly slushy, but as it backs off around midnight, it would get wet again, and then maybe we get a little slushy again after midnight. So, temperatures just aren't conducive to keeping snow on the roadways, especially treated roadways. But it will be slippery off to the north and west, where we've dropped close to freezing. We already have school delays and closings. Make sure you check with ABC-7 NY. I'm sure many of you already know some of your districts already have delays and delays. Can you say that one more time? Sorry. Oh, they're on the screen now, right at the lower third. Thank you for pointing that out. Appreciate it. This is our Brooklyn camera. Now, here's the Brooklyn Bridge right here. Obviously, you can see visibility has gone way down since our early shows, down to about a half mile in New York City, and now we're down to 34. So that's key. Now, yeah, we're not at freezing, but at this point, if the snow comes down heavily, you definitely get some slush to stick to the roadways. We're still out of the southeast, occasionally east here, 16 gusting to 28. More of an easterly direction is more of a land component coming off the island for New York City, so that can be a little colder than just getting the wind off the Atlantic, which is in the 40 to 45 degree range. Our pressure obviously on the fall and the high and low right there for you. There are some of the latest visibilities, which just updated the 9 o'clock hour. So half mile at Teterboro Central Park in Newark, LaGuardia as well. That would equate to moderate snow, light to moderate snow, JFK and Farmingdale, and about 8/10 and White Plains. And we're seeing some embedded visibilities across central western New Jersey of a quarter to a half mile in some of the heavy snowfall. And look at the temperature. So now we're sub-freezing in White Plains. The road's starting to get slippery. We're 31 at Poughkeepsie. Eyewitness News viewer tweeted in how heavy the snow's getting there in big flakes. Meanwhile, we have sleet and some rain mixing in down the shore. We're going to have minimal accumulation. I just want to show you, if we keep on a southeasterly wind, you're working with the 40 to 45 degree ocean water or sound temperature, and with that air coming off of those bodies of water, you're going to limit your accumulations along the coast, and even some of that marine impact can get into the Hudson Valley, especially east of the Hudson, and you'll see the orientation of how we've made our snowfall map, where there's higher amounts west of the Hudson, places like Rockland County and into Orange County as well. All right, so here's the latest radar, and you can see how this is the first wave of some of the heaviest snows. You see some of the bright whites here over Morris County, Somerset County, and places like Old Bridge, even northwestern Monmouth doing pretty well right now. Then some heavy snow with freezing and sub-freezing temperatures in places like Newburgh and Nyack, New City, where Joe Torres was earlier today. Across much of Westchester, it's coming down pretty good. And then you can see across parts of Sullivan County, there's some good snows. Notice the break here, or at least it's more patchy snow over eastern Pennsylvania. So that's what I think will try to come in closer to midnight, maybe even around our 11 o'clock show. So when that happens and temperatures may warm a few degrees, we may actually go to some sleet in New York City, have a break, and then the next wave will come in. This is a tool we use on our radar. It's called our snow machine, and what we're looking for here is some of the pink and red shades, and that's the higher snowfall rates. So you're looking at 1 to 2 inches an hour across this area coming through much of northern New Jersey, and that's why I say we're going to get that real thump in New York City here over the next couple of hours. Even in some of the Hudson Valley, you can see about a ½ inch to 1 inch an hour. So that's a great tool to just show some of the heavier snow bands and how it just corresponds to some of the bright whites you're seeing on that radar. Meanwhile, you get your rain all on coastal Monmouth and Ocean County as well. well. Right now, with the steadier precipitation, what happens is you have cold air aloft, so the steadier precipitation is, the colder it gets, and that's why the island goes over to all snow. If it gets lighter, then all of a sudden that rain-snow line tries to sneak a little bit back toward the shore. That's why it's been such a tough forecast right near the coast. Notice this right here, another really heavy batch of precipitation. So after we get through this over the next couple of hours, maybe there's a little bit of lull. Not that it totally shuts off. In fact, some of this will fill in too as our coastal low gets going. But we're looking for that second wave that comes through after midnight that lasts till about 3 in the morning. And then after that, things will tend to get a lot lighter after that. The primary low is working its way through the Great Lakes. And we're seeing signs of the secondary low. And what that does is it just sort of locks in the colder air in the northern suburbs. I mean, and if we could go east-northeast in New York City, which doesn't look like it's really going to happen until the end, we'd really be on the cusp of getting into some of the higher totals. But it looks like through the bulk of the heavy precipitation, we're going to be more east-southeast in New York City, and that's why the totals can only be so high. Plus the fact that it's a very wet, heavy snow, and you need a lot of liquid to produce this snow. I'm going to show you 2 futurecasts. Number one, this is the high-resolution futurecast. And again, it kind of goes with what I was talking about, where you go through this heavy snow, but around midnight, as the precipitation gets lighter, see the pinks over New York City? So we may mix in with sleet for a while, and it does look like there's a little warm layer a few thousand feet up while we're still going strong with heavy snow off to the north and west. A lot of times, if you're just to the north and west of the rain snow line, you're getting some of the heaviest snow. But you go well north and west, our temperatures are supporting higher snowfall rates and snowfall totals here, and obviously we've got heavy rain down the shore and south of I-78. Notice how that next batch that I showed you that's over Pennsylvania starts to come in after 2 in the morning, or maybe after 1 in the morning, and you've got another few hours of pretty good snows. Now, that may not be the case for parts of Staten Island, Brooklyn, and southern Queens and southern Nassau, and really the south shore of the island, while maybe the north shore is getting some pretty good snow. So the rain snow line kind of straddling the city at that point, and that's why we're talking about ultimately a pretty big range across the city, from a coating to an inch south to maybe even 2 to 4 north. And of course, the bigger totals remain where it's all snow off to the north and west. By the time we get to 3 or 4 in the morning, the steadiest precipitation is starting to move east of New York City. Maybe it's another hour or 2 to leave the island. And I think by daybreak, conditions will be improving. That's why a lot of schools may opt for the delay, at least in the nearby northwest suburbs that have more of a 3 to 6 versus a 6 to 10. Maybe you say, okay, you got a few inches. We've treated the roads. We give a good delay. We wait for temperatures to come up in the morning hours, and the precipitation is also lighter. So I could see I have that line of thinking, which allows for delays versus cancellations. You can see the futurecast here again, 7 a.m. It's really, there are some light, steady snows that may work in northwest New Jersey into the I-84 corridor, and maybe it's a little steadier over parts of Ulster and Dutchess. But overall, the theme is lighter precipitation for sure. More just rain and drizzle down the coast. In the city, there's a snowflake, there's an ice pellet. I mean, everything's fairly light though toward daybreak. The snow will be stubborn to depart. I still think we're going to be dealing with some light snows off to the north. Not much accumulation, maybe a light additional accumulation, but keeping roads a little slick. Temperatures trying to climb above average. And then by mid-afternoon, we're saying goodbye to everything. And I think, don't hold your breath for any clearing. Maybe south and west later in the day, we start to see some clearing move in. Most likely it's going to wait until tomorrow night. So again, holding with this weather map, and I'll have the latest update at 11 o'clock if I have to massage these lines a little bit. But I don't see any major changes coming to this map, where you have little to nothing south of I-78, and a lot of this getting washed away by the heavy rain. You've got 1 to 3 inches of snow and sleet over parts of central New Jersey into New York City, which of course, again, there's going to be a big range in New York City, and obviously a big range in travel conditions where, roadways are likely to be wet. Most of Staten Island and Brooklyn, maybe lower Manhattan, a good chunk of Queens. But you get uptown, you get into the Bronx, maybe even northern Queens, we get into some places that could get a little slushy, especially in the waves overnight. I don't think there's much of a problem around daybreak as the precipitation is getting lighter and all the treatments get to do their work. Probably mostly wet roads around New York City, maybe a little slick in the Bronx. The problem comes when you go just north and west, you get 3 to 6 inches of snow. We're closer to freezing. We head toward I-287. It's going to be slippery. And then, of course, slippery, if not snow-covered roadways. Some areas of northwest New Jersey into Orange County, Sullivan, Ulster, part of northern Dutchess. And again, this is what I was talking about with that contour, the way we decided to put this 6-inch line kind of curving right up the Hudson and then going in the mid-Hudson Valley, because there is still some marine impact coming in with winds off off the Sound in the Atlantic, and that is impacting some of the snow totals and snowfall rates east of the Hudson River, but still significant snow. Because you've tuned in early here to ABC7NY, just want to give you a heads up of the next storm that we'll be watching later in the week. This one is the one that's currently over California now. It goes into the middle of the country, grabs some Gulf moisture. It's not too different of a setup. It might be a little slower mover, a little bit more blocking with this one. We may start out as a mix, but it has been trending warmer. We could go over to a heavier rain. This looks like it might have a little bit more liquid content than the one that we're going through now. So we're going to issue sort of a long-term AccuWeather alert for Friday and Friday night. Heavy rain, potentially gusty winds, and some coastal flooding as well before that begins to move out. Okay, so for the rest of the overnight, we've got snow, sleet, and rain heavy at times. Snow north and west and slippery roads. Wind is increasing. There'll be some minor coastal flooding at the high tide during the overnight cycle, especially in the south shore of Nassau County. We go down to 34 in New York City. That's where we are right now, so we may have to drop that a degree or two. Tomorrow, we'll have some lighter rain and snow showers. We'll call it lighter snow off to the north. That goes through early afternoon, maybe some late breaks south and west, but that's pretty optimistic. That would be over maybe western, southern New Jersey. We're only up to about 39 tomorrow. Again, watch out for that slippery travel in the morning, especially north and west. Partly cloudy and cold tomorrow night. Slick spots may come back with any dampness, especially north and west. And here's your 7-day AccuWeather forecast. After that, the midweek is the best. Now, Wednesday could feature an afternoon shower, but a good chunk of the day it's just sun yielding to clouds, 45. The best day of the week is going to be, or the best window of the week would be Thursday midday into afternoon as the sun's coming out and we're in the 50s. But then that'll set the stage for that AccuWeather alert on Friday, which could come in as a wintry mix. As Thursday night, there's a little shot of chilly air. So as that next storm comes in, it could be a messy mix that goes over to a very heavy rain. We're around 40 on Friday. The weekend, first weekend of March, a little on the chilly side, actually below average, 41 on Saturday. A shower, clouds, limited sun, and then some breaks on Sunday, but rather chilly, and sun and high clouds next Monday. Not bad, seasonable in the middle 40s. That's the way it's shaping up now. My eyes are glued to the radar and all the observations around the area. Please keep them coming in. Tweet your observations to me. That would be great. Or to ABC7NY. Gives us great ground truth and a pictures of what's going on in the area. And I'll keep watching everything for you. Any needed updates will be on Eyewitness News at 11. For now, though, thanks so much for clicking on ABC7NY for this latest storm update.